Joining us in studio now is Quentin Geant. He is. You can find him on Instagram at, is it the French Beekeeper? Is that right?
Yes, it is.
You have a very cool family history. Your family keeps bees right near Notre Dame, and I think you actually give the proceeds from the honey that you sell there back to the church. Is that right, or how does that work out?
Not quite. So we used to have the bees. Now, still there's a company that has the bees. It's still kind of related to my family. So all of the honey production from the beehive at Notre Dame goes to Notre Dame, and
Gotcha.
then they sell it to raise money.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Here's I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. We were talking. I was very excited when Quentin came in here. He gave us these tiny little bottles with these beautiful-looking bees in them. Mine are like doing something kind of funny.
What do you mean? I have about a half dozen bees, I think, in my jar.
I got 4 in mine.
I have 8.
We were excited, and I was asking Quentin. I said, "All right, well, how do we get stung? Because we've been talking about how we're going to get
do
stung.
we just open the lid and let the bees fly about and let the right ones sting us?
Yeah, that seems scary to do.
Bad idea.
Yeah, but Quentin, you were saying actually we can't get stung?
We will. To be honest, I'm not going to get you guys stung today. I would rather not. Well,
Okay. I got to get stung. We've been promoting it.
I know, but we need to do that until medical supervision. Like it's, you need an EpiPen and stuff.
You
Yeah.
can tell us just in case. No, you can tell us that.
I would rather. You really wanted to do it.
I get stung all the time. It doesn't bother
I
me.
think it's a little risky, honestly, if we don't have an EpiPen and stuff.
Well, we could get stung, but the consequences of it might not be worth it. That's
People listening right now, I want to tell you, this is 30 seconds prior we were having this conversation, and this is not a bait and switch. Spike, please attest to this.
I swear to you. Yeah,
I
will tell you.
angrily wanted to get stung, and I'm being told now that I cannot get stung without an EpiPen, which is my fault. I should have brought an EpiPen. Quentin said, "You have your EpiPen here." I don't have my EpiPen.
Well, what we really
Because I've
need
been
is
stung many times. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
Quentin,
yeah.
you don't know this about me. I get stung all the time. Did you see the video we just watched?
Yes.
I get stung all the time. So I'm very positive that I'm not going to. I'm like a honey bear. I'm going out there just like grabbing stuff in the woods. I'm clearing brush all the time. I'm out there in it, and I'm stung.
The interesting part about allergic reaction is that we never know when they can happen. It's not the first thing, it's not the second. It can happen the 4th, the 5th, the 10th, the 15th. We don't know when they can happen.
Wow.
And most people will not react, will have a local allergic reaction. But
It's like a
some
little
people,
swelling, right? So,
exactly,
right, okay.
swelling, and usually you go to the next joint. So if I get stung on my forearms, it's going to go all the way up to my elbow a little bit further, but not to my shoulder. If it goes beyond that, and the worst would go that it goes in, swell up on my throat and block me from breathing. And
I
that's the
did
problem.
take a precaution. I'm still trying to convince you to sting me. I did take a precaution today. I took an antihistamine. Does that help?
He helps after. I'm not a doctor. I think he definitely helped to relieve after. I don't know about before, but I have Laura next to me. She can help me convince you that it is a dangerous thing, and we definitely should have a medical professional if we do this. And those bees, the bees you have in a jar, like they won't want to sting you. Bees are kind of like human. Inherently, they don't want to fight. If we were to open this jar, they will just go away. They will go towards the light.
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
They
We would
wouldn't
have
come
to force
swarm
them
out
to go
Towards
in.
the light.
Can we not test that?
I'd
love for them to stay
Do you
in
want
the
to
jar.
remember me for the next few days? Yeah, we can have bees around.
Here's a side note question. I'm looking at the bees in my little, what is this called? Just a little
It's a
glass jar?
It's a jar, yeah.
Do bees make love?
Yes, some do. All those have female and they're sisters, so I think they're packed up because bees need to touch each other and they smell. They communicate through pheromones, so that's why they're close up together. But I think they're just piled up more like hugging.
Well,
if I was to put you in a jar, you'd be a little distraught too.
They are French bees, so the fact that they're all female doesn't really maybe not stop them. I don't know.
I thought they were. I thought they were doing some sort of a. Yeah, I thought they were making.
Are they
love,
from
but
West
you're telling me that
Virginia?
they're all-
Because you said they're all cousins. I mean,
No, sisters actually. even.
Sisters. Oh, yeah.
Good Lord, Spike. All right, so
This is the Appalachian.
so there's nothing I can do to get. You're telling me you can't sting me because of liability reasons? Is that the reason why?
Yes,
What if
I
I saw? Here's what I'm willing to do. I can write it up right now. I
No.
can sign an NDA.
I'll say no for
a
him.
non-disclosure agreement. No, not
Thank
an
you,
NDA.
Spike.
No. A hold harmless? No.
Could a lawyer please send me a quick form that I can sign so that all liabilities take away from Quentin Geant?
What about right now in Seattle, all of the blackberries blooming? There's millions of bees on the blackberry around. Go outside,
Just go
take
walk
your
around by a
phone, just
blackberry.
grab
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
and get yourself
Yeah, go
stung.
ahead, walk.
And you can
Well,
sue
wait.
her. And
I
you
have
can
like
sue her
I
if
have
there's
like
a problem.
bee death wish or something today because you watched the video with us. That was this
I know,
morning.
I know.
Those
Well,
hornets.
I would
I'm
just-
the one that don't want you to get stung. I know.
I really
You
would
wanted
like-
to do it.
Yeah, I want to compliment Quentin because unless we got a medical professional.
a waiver. That's it.
Yeah,
Somebody says
not a
Thunderheart
not
says
a
that.
waiver.
Not a waiver. I don't care about-
medical professional. He doesn't care about Sue. He cares about your health.
Yeah.
My health is fine. I'm a strapping young man.
Yes, but
I'm as
if you-
strong as I've ever been.
If you
I
had
have
listened-
fathered 4 sons.
if
A
you had
bee is not
listened-
going to take me down.
If you had listened to our expert, and I can have him say it again if you need me to.
Yeah,
it
I
could
do.
It could be the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th time you've been stung. You never know when the reaction
Last year,
comes
let
up
me
and
tell you
goes
this,
to your
Spike.
throat. And next thing you know, I'm working alone again.
Let me tell you this. Last year.
I can't lose another partner.
It's like the drummer
Come
on.
on, Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
drummers.
Listen to this. Last year, I'm clearing brush.
Yeah.
I've told the story just the other day. I'm clearing brush last year. I got my weed eater out there, gas powered. I'm going nuts. Something stings my hand. I think I hit a blackberry bush because there's a lot of blackberry.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
was clearing. I'm like, oh, shoot, I hit a blackberry bush. And then the blackberries got me again, and they got me again, and they got me again. And then I realize I'm a little dense. And then I realize I'm being stung. I throw off the gloves. I run out of the woods. I get bit probably. It's not a bite, it's a sting,
Stung.
right? They're stinging you?
So the bees only stings you. They can bite you, but you won't really feel it that much. Other wasp and other thing can bite you, and
Okay.
it's pretty painful.
This was a sting. It was
Yeah.
very, very painful.
Yeah, yeah.
I got my arm. I got underneath here. I got one right by my nipple, which made it look very weird. I got a bunch on my back, which
Wow.
didn't really show too much because I have a lot of moles.
You
So
didn't
it
tell
was just
us
kind of
that.
like, it was a wash. No, I got stung.
You told me you hit a nest and you fled inside
Super
the
bad.
house.
But what was it?
It was the same thing that I just saw. It was like a
Ah, okay,
papery
yeah.
thing, but it was inside a stump because I
Oh,
was
yeah.
clearing nearby it. And it came out and they attacked me. I prevailed. I won. I then put up a yellow jacket catch and caught probably 500 of them. It's disgusting,
Yeah.
but I got them. But my family was playing in the yard. I said, "Get out of here, kids!" And I carried them just like a fireman over my shoulder. Again, Father of the Year, no big deal. But the point is, I'm a person who can get stung.
You feel confident.
Okay, another wrench in your plan. You got stung by yellow jacket, hornet, whatever that was. The
Yeah.
way those bees, insect make venom is through protein, and the protein comes from the pollen of the flower.
But you've given us some here.
Yes.
What is
but
this I'm holding?
This is bee pollen. What I mean by that is that the venom from a wasp is going to be different than the venom from a honeybee. I am immune mostly against honeybee venom, but not for wasp. If I get stung, I will react because the composition of the venom is different than the one of honeybees.
So what did you bring for us today? What is
So
this?
this is bee pollen. So this is what
no,
my
not
bee.
the pollen. What are the bees?
Those are honeybees.
Are these honeybees?
Oh yeah, those are
honeybees.
honeybees.
So
Sorry,
if it
sorry.
stung you would be fine.
Yeah.
Can we sting you? No, I'm just kidding. You and I are the same.
You're a sadist.
No, here's the thing. When I look at Quentin, I can tell. I recognize somebody else who's also immune to bees.
Oh, yeah,
This is
okay.
a talent that I have. I
Okay.
was born
We
with
can
it.
see each other from across the room.
I can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
him from
for
across the
sure.
room. As soon as he
Look at
walked
that,
in,
man. Is it
that
the
guy's immune to bees, just
Hormones
like I
going
am.
back and forth through the air that we can't see. Laura and I are just, you can't tell. But you
No.
guys have a natural attraction.
Most people who have this ability can spot it in other people.
Okay.
And I know. I see somebody walking down the road, and I see somebody who's immune to bee stings, and I give them a little. It's like when you ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, you give them a little
and
wave.
you give them a little
Right,
wave.
right. You do
I
that
do
with
the exact
bees.
same thing with
You do like
honeybee
this with
people.
the antenna? Do you
I
do
do.
this?
I buzz at them. I go.
Just so we have it on air, compliment won't make me change my mind. You know, like it just like.
He's on to you, buddy.
Hey,
Oh, man.
what are the conditions that you require for liability purposes so that you can come back and you can sting me? And Spike.
I think
I also
I'm-
want Spike to be stung.
He does, and I'm willing to do it under the safest conditions.
Yeah, I
would.
think under the safest condition, we should check with a medical professional if we can do it, and is it okay to do it? And having EpiPen, just having the ability to protect you if something happened.
And an EpiPen, okay?
yeah.
And a waiver. I want to sign a waiver because I
And-
want
and
you.
a waiver,
you're
yeah.
not going to be liable for anything. I don't want you to.
Yeah, yeah,
not
but
worth
it's
the-
beyond
yeah.
beyond my liability is also for your health. You know, it's just like not
Yeah,
worth
my health
it.
is fine.
This guy's got to sleep at night. He doesn't want to kill my co-host. He wants to sleep at night.
Yeah.